When a new SUV enters the market, it's never just about another set of wheels. It's about what it represents for drivers, families, and the brand itself. Take the 2025 lineup. For example, manufacturers are doubling down on bold styling, smarter technology, and performance that can rival sports cars, all while keeping practicality front and center. These aren't just upgrades. They're statements about where the auto industry is headed. Brands like Toyota, Ford, Hyundai, and even luxury players like BMW and Audi know that American buyers demand more than just size and power. Today's SUV shopper wants efficiency, cutting-edge features, and value that justifies the price tag. That's why this year's launches are so significant. Many of these models aim to bridge the gap between rugged utility and sleek, tech-driven comfort. But here's the twist. Not all SUVs in this wave are created equal. Some are turning heads with futuristic interiors and advanced driver assistance systems, while others are making headlines for their off-road toughness or surprisingly affordable entry-level trims. And then there are the game changers, the ones combining electrification, bold design, and jaw-dropping performance in a way we haven't seen before. So what makes these upcoming SUVs stand out? And more importantly, which ones will actually live up to the hype when we dig into design, features, and real-world usability? In the next few minutes, we'll break it all down, so you'll know exactly which models deserve a spot on your radar the moment you first lay eyes on these upcoming SUVs. The design shift is impossible to ignore. Manufacturers are clearly moving away from safe, boxy silhouettes and leaning into bold, athletic lines that make even family haulers look aggressive and ready for action. Take Toyota's upcoming Land Cruiser FJ for 2026. Its squared-off stance and retro-inspired grille instantly signal rugged reliability. But the LED light signature and aerodynamic edges show it's equally ready for the modern era. Compare that to Hyundai's latest Palisade refresh, where sculpted curves and a futuristic cabin setup make it feel like a tech lounge on wheels rather than a traditional SUV. Step inside, and the real transformation begins. Soft touch materials, panoramic displays stretching across the dash, and customizable ambient lighting are no longer reserved for luxury brands. Even mid-range models are stepping up, delivering cabins that feel premium without breaking the bank. Ford, for instance, is packing its Explorer upgrade with a massive vertical touchscreen and intuitive controls, while Kia's EV9 goes fully digital with a sleek, minimalistic layout that rivals Tesla. Performance-wise, the variety is staggering. Gas-powered options are still hanging tough, with turbocharged engines offering surprising acceleration for their size. But electrification is quickly stealing the spotlight. GM's upcoming electric Blazer SUV boasts instant torque and a range pushing past 300 miles, while Rivian continues to wow adventure seekers with off-road prowess that doesn't compromise comfort. And let's not forget hybrids. Toyota and Honda are sharpening their hybrid SUVs to deliver both strong fuel economy and plenty of pulling power for families that need it. Safety and tech are another battlefield. Advanced driver assistance systems, once an optional luxury, are becoming standard. Lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, and even semi-autonomous driving features are being fine-tuned across the board. What's fascinating is how differently brands are approaching it. Tesla leans heavily on software updates, while legacy automakers like BMW and Audi blend high-tech sensors with tactile driving, control to keep the human feel alive. But here's where things get tricky. For every jaw-dropping innovation, there's often a catch. That giant touchscreen? Some early reviews suggest it's distracting on the road. The ultra-smooth EV range? It comes with charging limitations in certain regions. And those advanced safety features? They sometimes overreact, frustrating drivers who prefer full control. These trade-offs make it harder to declare any single SUV a clear winner. And then, of course, there's the pricing factor. Some models look unbeatable on paper, until you realize the base trim lacks half the exciting features. Meanwhile, a slightly pricier competitor may pack everything in as standard, making it the smarter buy overall. The question becomes, which SUV actually gives you the best value for your money in 2025 and 2026? We're about to dig into that exact question as we weigh the standout highlights against the inevitable drawbacks. Some models will surprise you in ways you might not expect. And one in particular, well, let's just say it could redefine what best SUV really means. This is the moment where speculation meets reality. On paper, these SUVs looked impressive, but how do they hold up when rubber actually meets the road? The surprise is just how quickly some models shatter expectations. Take the Kia EV9, for instance, a family-sized, all-electric SUV that rockets from 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds. That's faster than some luxury sedans. Yet it seats 7 comfortably and offers a serene, whisper-quiet ride. In real-world conditions, it feels less like a compromise and more like a glimpse into the future of everyday driving. But not every SUV manages to deliver on the hype. The much-anticipated electric Blazer, while stylish and packed with features, struggles with charging infrastructure in certain regions, leaving early drivers frustrated. It's a reminder that flashy numbers only matter if the real-world experience matches up, and sometimes it doesn't. And then comes the shocker. Toyota's Land Cruiser FJ, long seen as a rugged off-roader, balances old-school toughness with just enough modern tech to make it surprisingly versatile. It doesn't try to outpace a Tesla, but on tough trails, it outperforms vehicles costing twice as much. That blend of dependability and smart updates makes it a genuine standout in this lineup. The turning point here is clear. We're no longer judging SUVs just by size or horsepower. We're judging them by how well they fit into the lives of modern drivers, whether that means tackling daily commutes, weekend adventures, or long-distance road trips. Some rise to the challenge with flying colors, while others stumble in areas buyers can't ignore. And here's where things really get interesting, because one of these SUVs doesn't just meet expectations, it blows them away in a way that might just change how you think about the entire category. Which one is it? Let's break that down in our final verdict. So, after looking at the design shifts, performance surprises, and real-world usability, what's the final takeaway? The truth is, there isn't a single perfect SUV, but there are clear winners depending on what matters most to you. If you're after cutting-edge electrification, blistering acceleration, and futuristic interiors, the Kia EV9 is the model that feels like it's already living in 2030. For drivers who want rugged dependability with just enough tech to stay relevant, Toyota's Land Cruiser FJ proves that tradition and innovation can absolutely coexist. And if your priority is value-packed features at a fair price, Ford's latest Explorer refresh continues to deliver a balanced middle ground. Of course, every one of these SUVs comes with trade-offs. Electric options still wrestle with charging networks in certain regions, while gas-powered models can't escape the reality of rising fuel costs. Some interiors push the boundaries of tech, but they can also overwhelm drivers who prefer simplicity. That's why the real key is matching the SUV to your lifestyle. Families, road trippers, and tech lovers each have a different best option in this lineup. Looking at the bigger picture, these launches show us where the US market is heading. Efficiency, electrification, and premium experiences are no longer reserved for luxury nameplates. Even mainstream brands are stepping up, and that shift will shape the SUVs of the next decade. So here's the impact. The SUV you choose in 2025 or 2026 won't just get you from point A to B. It'll define how you live, travel, and spend your money for years to come. The only question is, which one earns your trust? If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth car reviews, and share your thoughts in the comments. Which of these SUVs would you put in your driveway and why?